Prospecting. Prospecting. What is it? What is it about? Why do people talk about it? What does it mean? Prospecting is very simple. It's you hanging out in a river, shaking out a riverbed material to get flecks of gold. Okay, all right, that was a terrible joke, but prospecting is not dissimilar from going after gold or trying to find something. It's a lot like mining, actually. You're trying to find somebody, something, by sifting through lots of calls and emails for some opportunity. That's what prospecting is. It's making calls, emails, LinkedIn connections, social selling, commenting on LinkedIn and Twitter. It's doing anything you need to do to try to get a conversation with a prospect. That's why we call them a prospect, a contact in an organization, to try to get a conversation that results in you guys potentially working together. That's what we would call an opportunity, and that's what prospecting is. It's your activity summed up in trying to get that done. What does prospecting normally mean for most people in sales development positions? If you're trying to launch an organization, prospecting is a great way for you to develop conversations and move things on, trying to get in contact with people to get business moving. If you're trying to start a company, if you're trying to start a coaching business, physical products business, publishing business, any of these things, one of the best ways to get people to buy your product is by engaging with them one-to-one. You're doing the research to go, I want to work with XYZ company. If you don't have a list of those companies, start there. Number one, put together a list of companies you know you want to work with, or people you know you want to work with. These are ideal clients. These are people who you want to talk with, you want to work with. We're what they call pre-qualified. So once you have that list together, that's the first step. Step two, research the people in those organizations you have to speak with. So let's say you're trying to sell some soaps. You're a soap company, right? Ultimately, what you want to do is you want to get your soap into Hilton hotels. Well, somebody in the Hilton hotel system who works at Hilton is going to be the one who's responsible for buying soaps. That's the person, man or woman, guy or girl, who you want to talk to. You want to reach out to them. You want to call them. You want to get in front of them. You want to talk about why your soap is better than the soap they're currently using. And there's many ways to do that. We'll talk about how to do that in other videos, but that's the second step. Research who that person is. Step three, sit down and call or email however many people you have to do in order to get in front of that person. So if you're still trying to figure out who that person is, here's some ideas. Use LinkedIn, use Twitter, Google. Also, there's amazing software systems you can use like Discover.org, Rain King, which I think is now owned by Discover.org, ZoomInfo, which I think is also owned by Discover.org. Pretty much Discover.org, basically. If you go after Discover, that's the place to do it. LinkedIn Sales Navigator, Lusha, which is a great tool to try to get phone numbers and emails from people on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. All of these things, if you just go ahead and even go to the corporation's website, look up the corporation's website, see what their board of directors is, go to Hoover's, Dun & Bradstreet. There's a whole bunch of different basically data points that you can use to try to figure out who the right people are for you to speak with. And then when you begin reaching out to them and pitching them on your idea, having that tight together, which is something we talk about here on the channel a lot, that pitch is going to be the thing that eventually brings you the idea of business. It's going to bring it up to them. They're going to go, oh shoot, you have a new soap? Why should we use your soap? So now you have to do a value prop, okay? It's not just the messaging, it's here's why me now, or why you now. Why you, person I'm calling, why you now, and why this product, all right? Why is this thing important? That value prop can come in a lot of different ways, and it depends on who your prospect is, but that whole process, everything I just outlined there, that is what we call prospecting. That's prospecting. Here's the thing about prospecting. It's difficult, but it's not hard, okay? It's difficult because it takes a lot of work. It takes effort. It takes work to put it in. But like one of my favorite people, Jeff Gitomer in sales says, sales, it's a difficult job to work easy and an easy job to work hard. It's difficult. It takes a lot of effort. It requires you to do something. But once you put in the legwork and you find the right people, things come easier. But the harder part is not doing those things. If I don't do the research, if I don't reach out, if I want to build a business, these are the things I have to do. By putting in the work, by putting in the research, by doing the hard work, it makes things happen a lot faster. You could be waiting for sales to come to you, but if you know people you want to work with, you should be going to them. Prospecting, hands down, is one of the fastest ways to grow your business. If you want to know more about prospecting, check out this channel, subscribe to it. We got a lot more content coming out. Also, sign up for my email list. I will send you a list of fast and quick things you can do to grow your business and enhance your prospecting material. Let's get to laughing. Let's get to selling, everybody.